Hey Libra, how's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel, Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and I'm hosting this reading for you for the full moon in Aquarius. So we are channeling the love and light of Aquarius that is centered in unconventional forms of humanitarianism, ruled by the planet Uranus, so innovation, intuition, the Greek god of the sky, I believe. So as above, so below type of vibes we are feeling. It's a lot, I would say. It might be exhausting even. But let's get into these cards for you. We have arrow, it's upside down. We also have crow and fetus. So there's something that's holding you back from a period of rebirth. Like you might have missed the mark on some level in terms of setting your goals, or maybe you need to set more sound goals so that they can be more successful. This could also represent like someone that you had fallen, like you might be falling out of love with somebody, or you just, anyways, it could be like when it's upright, it could mean that it's falling in love, like when you think about Cupid's arrow. And then the raven, nevermore, or the crow, I should say, sorry. There's some type of bad news. You could come to an understanding that someone that you know, or even you, have been involved in some criminal activity, hopefully not. And it might, I don't know, there's just something that has to do with your responsibilities or lack thereof taking responsibility. It's unsuccessful, whatever endeavor you've got yourself into. You might have gotten hustled on some level, or just a bad business deal. I'm really sorry about that. We have the Sentry from the Zammer deck. Now the Sentry is like sort of the guard, the night watch person. And they also get to sort of like hang out and stare at the stars. But there's just something that you might have missed. Like when you think about a bad omen with the crow, you might have like, it might have passed you when you didn't realize, like you didn't see the sign. So we think about that song, I saw the sign. You kind of missed it. There was something that got in the way, or you were distracted. I came through reverse though, so you are taking your responsibility seriously now. Maybe something happened, you were let down, or you just decided that you don't want to let an individual down. Like you've come to terms with the ways in which you've been shady on some level, and there's something or like someone that you don't want to let down. You want to prove to them that you're their number one, or you're their number two guy. So this could be an individual that comes into your life too who won't let you down because of whatever situation that you're going through, how hard it might be for you at this time. Now, this isn't for everybody. So let's get into the tarot, and maybe that will speak more to other things that are going on with other Libras in the community, other Libra placements. But yeah, some letdown. Let down by a Queen of Cups. That's sad. Someone who is a water placement, could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You thought they were going to be there for you in some type of way, but they didn't show up. Or they just, this could be mommy issues too. There is a loss maybe as well. Maybe they weren't there for you in the way that you needed. But you have a system in place for dealing with things. You're really, like, you want to learn, you want to teach. There's a method to your madness. And you're confident in your approach to life and how you live your life as well. So just live your life. It could be a live and let live policy. Sometimes that's good. Other times it can, you can sort of steer it in the direction of complacency. There's a young person that you need to maybe pay more attention to, or who is not crooked, but misled in a lot of ways. Their sense of direction is not in alignment with yours, or just not what you had intended for them. And if this is you, I would say, like, this is you needing to level up the direction that you want to take moving forward as well, given the fact that you've gotten involved in some shady business, or you've been impacted by some shady individuals. You really recognize yourself. You know that you are deserving, like, you know that you are worthy. You have this ability to recognize, like, self-validation is good for you. Like, you don't need to be validated by other people. That doesn't mean that you're not insecure. It just means that the things that you are secure in, like, you're good with, especially with when it comes to your system. There might be other things that you're insecure about with this reverse Page of Swords and reverse Queen of Cups. Like, your feelings are just not solid or supported. You may also, like, subject yourself to, like, emotional cycles of manipulation. You've been dealing with a lot of things that you were sort of not really ready for, but trained to deal with. So, like, you have experiential knowledge underneath of your belt. But there's some pain. There's some jabs. You might be jabby too, with taking shots at people without really looking to see. I don't know where this is coming from. I just feel like stabbing pain, stabs, or like very throbbing type of pain. Mental entrapment is not really an issue for you as well. In the near future, like, nothing's going to hold you back. Nothing's going to put your mindset in a way that is restricted. You might feel like you were manipulated by somebody, but I would just say, like, maybe something wasn't communicated clearly to you, or maybe you misinterpreted an individual, and you felt like you were hustled on some level. Yeah. Maybe you felt like you were hustled on some level by them, but I don't think that was the case at all. It's interesting, especially when you're all about reading vibes, or you just make these assumptions, right? The world operates so often on assumptions or understandings that are unspoken. And it's important to be able to communicate effectively in a nonverbal way. There's so many ways to do that effectively, but I don't know, like, just these understandings, these standards of understanding people on, like, a level that is so hidden. it really, really, really leaves so much room for misinterpretation. And that's why it's so important to speak and to be heard and to allow others to be heard and to give them an opportunity. And if you're in a position of power, it's also really important to uplift or reach out to the people that do not have any way of communicating with you verbally. So, let bygones be bygones. Let's see. King of Cups. Yeah. There's some emotional issues that you have. Maybe you took something personally. And whether or not an individual wrongs you and it's intentional or not, right? It is your responsibility to take it personally or not to take it personally. Like, that's on you, right? You can just let it slide. You can move on. But if it hurt you, like, that's real. I think it's also important to make sure that you're not assuming that other people are always feeling good if they look like they're feeling good. And you also, that applies to you as well. But yeah, there's some like emotional manipulation that is occurring here. And your attitude is weak on an emotional level. So you may show up because you want to be there for somebody or look like you are present to granting a wish of an individual or, you know, meeting them halfway or something. But in actuality, like, maybe you don't give a fuck. Or emotional manipulation can also look like, I was just watching this show, I can't remember what it's called. The mom was like really manipulative. Like the daughter was like trying to set some boundaries and be like, I need to live my life. And then the mom is just like, I forgot to tell you that I have cancer. And like totally lying, but trying to get this like emotional like appeal out of their adult child because they just can't friggin' cut the cord. You know what I mean? So it's that kind of stuff as well. That's an example. It may not apply to you, but just one example of what emotional manipulation can look like. It's making somebody think that you are present to their needs on an emotional level or present to being on the feel-good train with them, and in actuality, you're not. You're looking to fuck with them even. And people see that, you know, something's coming to an end for you. The foundation might be cracked, or it's just, you know, it's an old building that is starting to crumble. Just crumbling herb. Going back to the basics. We're not trying to build an empire anymore. We're just trying to chill. Where's that song from? That's like Outcast. There's only so much time left in this crazy world. I'm just crumbling herb. Okay, the Knight of Cups. So you want to get into the feels with somebody. You really just want to be like a little feel-good knight in shining armor for somebody and take them for a ride. That sounds pretty awesome. Like, why not? Take a trip down memory lane if you're older or if you are younger. It doesn't even matter what your age is. It's just like this nostalgic, feel-good joyride that a Knight of Cups, you know, who is not really interested in growing with somebody, but who's just interested in like being level with somebody. And it's like like a loving comrade. I don't know if that makes sense. A lover, not a fighter, but we're all warriors in this crazy earth walk, you know? And then we got the Queen of Wands. So this individual is going to show up And she is going to warm you up with her charm, her charisma. And it may seem a little bit, like she may seem a little bit standoffish. But in actuality, like, doesn't even really, like, nothing really needs to be said with this queen. Like, she just emanates confidence. Confidence and just wanting to be present to your desire to actualize a specific goal. So helping you nurture your creative juices, your creative energy, getting those juices flowing. And this could be like, there could be like, I would say that there's definitely a certain level of reciprocity with this queen. If she's like a, you know, that Sagittarian energy, that temperance energy, keeping the emotions flowing, the energy that it takes to keep the emotions flowing. So not putting the fire out with the emotions, like with the water, but just keeping everything like warm and cozy, or even like hot and steamy. Oh, I'm just getting a little bit spicy up in here. Okay, and then we got the Queen of Swords coming through. Interesting. I don't know if this is you, but like, so despite maybe this is you, this Queen of, and it's not gender specific. Let's keep that in mind. If this is you, the Queen of Swords, like you've got that power, that creative, like just top level ability to help people, or to just be a force to be reckoned with on that level. And this individual comes through, you're not really caring for the air that they have to fuel your fire. You don't care for it. You may recognize their brilliance or their capacity for brilliance, but it's not what you were looking for. You may see them as a bit of a Page of Wands, or still needing to mature up on some level, to grow their confidence, to get themselves out there. That's unfortunate. Like, it is and it isn't unfortunate. Like, sometimes you just got to meet people where they're at, right? But you're going to manifest it. You're going to make something happen. Maybe you'll manifest this person who's like dealing with some psychological shit to support them, given the fact that that is what you see and what you wish for them. That's gorgeous. Like, I'm gorgeous. I don't know where that came from. That is, I don't know. It's pretty bomb as far as I'm concerned. The Queen of Swords is one of my favorite queens. Both the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands are probably my two favorite queens. So, and when the Queen of Swords comes through, it's like, it's sad. I'm just like, aw, why do you gotta be like that? Why do you gotta be like that? But just, it is what it is. And sometimes the Queen of Swords can be like really, really conniving, like psychologically abusive. Like, she'll mess with you, like make you think that you're worthless, or try to, I don't know, just try to guilt trip. That's definitely what a Queen of Swords does, is guilt trip people. There's some shit that maybe this queen is dealing with. There's some conflicting ways between the two of you, perhaps, or just some conflicts that you're dealing with. One is the other person is just sort of waiting for their fruit to ripen, and the other one might be bored of that, or just numbed out. The other one is numbed out. So either way, like, if you are waiting for this person's fruit to ripen, they are numbed out and in a spot where it needs to be ripened. I would say that you or them, both of you, may want to seek some spiritual guidance, or just stay in touch with your spirituality and what it is that you stand for, and to be accountable, to help others to be more accountable too. Like contracts. Is there a contract that you want them to sign, or that you want to sign with them? Or I want to say, like, I don't want to say marriage, but some type of commitment to that individual. Marriage could be what it is, but commitment, definitely. Acknowledging the commitment for what it is. And yeah, Weddings are a great reason to have an awesome party. Anything's a great reason to have an awesome party. It doesn't have to be like everybody getting all drunky faced and dumb with this type of fighting. We got more fours coming. Four of Cups and the Four of Coins. So like numbing out, but also like for the purpose of not allowing other people to suck their energy. That could be why this individual didn't come through when you thought that there was like a commitment. They just might have gotten overwhelmed and it was too much. Just can't take it anymore. So keeping their love on lockdown. Yep. Okay, Libra, thank you so much for checking out my channel. Appreciate all the support, the love, showing up. No hard feelings between you and the other person, all right? Have a good one. Take care, and we'll catch you next time.